Recently, you decided to take a step back from the decks. What led to that decision? So you take a pause.
Okay. Truly, the reason why I took a break was to
Hey, UG boy, let's talk to them. Let's talk, let's talk to them. Let's talk to, let's talk to them. Let's talk, let's talk to them. Yeah, I'm from a beautiful place, the Pearl of Africa. Hailing with a 256, it's in my blood. That's a gem where the mountains rise, with stories untold. The tapestry of cultures unfolding, so vibrant and bold. A symphony of stars, a celestial light. The drums beating, echoing through the night, just like a beacon of light. A reflection that's coming up from the Nile. I'm flowing straight into the heart of Africa with timeless stories untold. What's up, dog?
Elevate your podcast game today. Are you looking for a perfect place to record your podcast in Kampala? Look no further. Dancefloor Studios, located at Ivory Plaza on Wilson Street, Level 3, Room 4, is a perfect place for you. Dancefloor Studios has professional recording equipment, comfortable and creative environment, expert for all your podcast needs. Book your session today. Find them on all social media platforms or reach out to them directly to secure your spot. Let them make your podcast dream a reality. Dancefloor Studios, where stories come to life.
3, 2, 1. Hey yo, what's good? What's popping? This is your girl DJ Alisha the doll in the party. Finally, I'm here.
Finally, she is here. On today's episode, I'm joined by Uwase. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce her name right, but Uwase Alisha. Is that right?
Uwase.
Uwase Alisha,
Yeah.
better known as DJ Alisha, a dynamic DJ, creative force, returning to the scene with a renowned sense of purpose after taking some time off to refocus about her life and everything, and reconnecting with her faith. And she's back on the decks, as you know, with more clarity and intention than ever. Let's dive into the journey of DJ Alisha and her comeback and what's next and anything and everything about it. Today, we're going to have a conversation with her. Welcome to the show, DJ Alisha.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been a long time coming, but I'm here finally.
You're talking about being a long time coming, and that's why I wanted to start actually. I think my first message to you was like 2 years ago, and I wanted to have you on the podcast. I was like, man, I need to sit down and have a conversation with her. But I'm the kind of person who believes in God's timing, God's speed, and always a perfect timing for everything. And when we got to do this today, I was like, yes, this was supposed to happen today, not even those 2 times that I reached out. But I'm happy you're here.
I'm happy too.
Do you remember the first time actually I had a picture I wanted to send you. You know we have a picture together. Do you know that?
No way.
Okay, actually for the purpose of the podcast, I'm gonna find it and then I show it to you. I have a picture with you. That's fine.
When was that?
You still worked at NRG. And then I came for an interview when I was in Uganda.
Oh my God, yes.
When we sat on that chair.
I remember.
You still had that show. Yeah, I'll put this picture in post for the purpose of time. We took a picture together because you came in for your show and I was finishing the morning show and you still worked on NRG with Crystal Panda and that show that you did. So we took a picture and we met. So now you know.
Damn.
And I kept that for the podcast. I didn't even tell you about
But now I remember. I think I remember you in the studio.
Yeah, I met you and I'm happy that we're having this today. When I tell people to do a line after the countdown, you said the doll in the party. Can you tell me what, and this is on your Instagram bio, like what does that mean to you and what's the story behind it?
Okay, so funny enough, I did not come up with that name.
Mm-hmm.
Someone suggested to me and I was like, damn, actually, I reckon because duh, the doll
Yeah.
in the party. It made sense. And I think also with like my style, and I'm always dolled up. You can never catch me not dolled up. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, when the person suggested it to me, I was like, you know what? Say less. So it's not there's no story behind it. I never came up with it, but it's someone who came up with it. And I was like, I actually like how it sounds.
It's like a trademark or something like that, or a slogan or something. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So I wanted to know if there's a story behind it. And I know we met and we've talked about the podcast. When was the first time you found about this podcast? Like you got to know about it the very first time?
I think when you DM'd me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is like the first podcast, I think. No, I know I've ever been on. And I think that was like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you DM'd me on Instagram, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, but I never really got to go on YouTube and watch. I just watched like a few clips on your Instagram, and I was like, I'm not really like podcast, person. It's like,
Yeah.
So I never really like give it so much attention till recently, when we talked about me coming on here, and I was just trying to see like all the guests you've had like on YouTube. I mean, like I didn't want to come and just unaware.
Yeah.
I had to put the message to the face, and see how you do your thing.
And a lot of people have done that. A lot of people have done, and they have said that. It's like, I just don't do any kind of interview. They just don't do any kind of interview. They have to know like where they go to do all the talk and stuff. So yeah, I agree to that. And that's why I put the work out there for people to see what I've done. A lot of people have been happy with the work that I've done, and I'm happy with the work that I've done. So again, I'm super excited to have you because I've always wanted to have you on the podcast. I'm gonna keep saying that all the throughout the podcast. On this podcast, I have a few segments that we walk through. The first one is kind of like a fun game with questions. So I have this or that, but then I also have rapid fire at the end. But depending on the guest, I switch those up. I bring rapid fire first and end with this or that. So for you, you're one of those lucky guests that I'm going to switch it up. We're going to start with rapid fire, but I'm going to change the rules for you.
How does it work?
So usually rapid fire, you give me the first answer that pops in your head. But for you, I'm not going to make it rapid. If you feel like you want to answer it, answer it. If you don't, you can just give us the one answer.
Okay.
And then you can explain it. You can say, okay, let's move on to the next one.
All right. Yes, I'm ready.
What's one song that you play to get the crowd moving?
Damn, there's plenty. I can't just pick one. Yeah, I can't
give
one.
How many are you gonna give us? Like, give us 3.
Honestly, it depends.
Yeah.
I don't have necessarily like top 3 because it always depends on the crowds.
No, you gotta pick. You gotta give us a song, Alicia. Like, like that. What's the one song that you? I've seen your sets and I've seen songs that get people hyped up. And so what's the one that like, oh my God, this song will get the crowd going?
Finn.
That's funny that you say that. We're gonna come back to that because I have that somewhere and we're gonna talk about it. So I'll take Finn.
Okay.
Since it's rapid fire, I'm not gonna make you explain because I have somewhere you're gonna have to explain.
Thank you so much.
A dream artist you'd love to share a stage with?
Ghana.
Okay. Ghana
or Future. Ghana or Future. Yeah.
I feel like you do great on the stage with Trevor Scott. I love Trevor Scott. He's like one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
Like, I love Trevor Scott.
Yeah, I love him too, but
his songs are always like hyped up.
Ghana is
Yeah.
Ghana. Yeah.
I love Trevor Scott that I bought his record. Like I have a vinyl. So I bought a vinyl record of Trevor Scott. Which album was that? I don't even remember. But no, I love him. I love Drake. Those get me hyped up. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I love Drake too.
First word that comes to your mind when you hear the word faith?
Trust.
What's one thing that people would be surprised to know about you off the decks?
Off the decks. That I'm a mom.
No way.
See, even you didn't know.
No.
Yeah. I have a 5-year-old son.
I'm not gonna make you. Should I make you explain that? No, I don't know.
No. Yeah.
Damn. So you're gonna leave us like that? Like what the hell? So what are we gonna do
I
with
mean,
that?
you told me no explanations.
Oh no. I said you can explain. I mean, I gave you the right if you don't want to explain, but I feel like the audience is gonna be like, what? What the hell? But yeah, those are the rules.
Mm.
If you weren't DJing, what's another passion you'd be chasing?
I would love to be a life coach.
Life coaching, workouts. Mm, is that kind of stuff you're talking about?
I think
a
like mental
Okay.
and physical. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That was our rapid fire. Some questions I kind of was like, man, this is a podcast. At least I should just break it in. But it is what it is. Those are the rules, so we're not gonna explain. But that's we just roll with that. This brings us to our
Yeah.
main segment. This is a segment where we talk about your journey, work that you've done, life, and everything in it. For the people that may
Yes.
not know who Alicia is, how could you tell them in your own words who DJ Alicia is?
DJ Alisha is a DJ, of course,
Mhm.
and fitness enthusiast, creator, just a woman, figuring life out. I am very simple. And I think people will get to know me, the more we keep talking. Yeah, but that's just it.
And I think the
Yeah.
word that sticks out to me is like simple and easy to talk to. It gives off that vibe. And even when I was trying to reach out to you to get you on the podcast, I was like, she's so soft hearted. I feel like one time you actually responded back, hey, how are you doing? And you were about to accept or tell me something. And you did not. We never talked again. And that ended just like that.
Yeah.
And then the second time it happened again. And then you're like, hey, how are you doing? And then a day went by. I was like, I reached out. I was like, did you mean to tell me something? And then you were like, oh, yeah, I want to talk about doing the podcast and all that stuff. And but I've heard also from other people that know you that you're a down to earth person. But people who see us or see you on social media might think, hey, he shows off or I call what. But I think I get off that vibe that you're down to earth person and you talk to people and hang out with people and spend time with people, which is really good to have.
Thank you so much. I try.
You
I try
try?
to. Yeah, I try because you can't be, not everybody can think you're down to earth.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm like, I try because those who know, they know.
Alicia, how did you get to Kampala and where did you grow up before moving to Kampala?
So I was born and raised in Rwanda,
Okay.
Kigali. I know, but I did school here.
Okay.
I went to Lubiri SS
Mhm.
for like 2 terms, and then I went to Mbogo as well, Mbogo High. So I have family here, so I was always in and out. Yeah, but for me to come and stay permanently, that was 6 years ago.
And that's why I ask you, Kampala or Kigali?
What are you trying to do? What are you trying
Kampala
to
or
do?
Kigali?
Why not both?
No, you can't pick both or you can't pick neither. You gotta pick one.
You want to put me in trouble, man.
I should have kept that for my this or that because that's a good question for this or that.
I'm telling you want to put me in trouble.
Okay, let me simplify it for you. For nightlife, Kampala or Kigali?
Kampala, of course.
Yeah. I've been to Kigali like a few years back. I didn't do any nightlife there, but I really loved the city. I really loved the country. Nice people. It was amazing to be in there, like a clean place. People are very nice in Kigali.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
You've been described as a dynamic DJ and a creative force. And like I said, I've seen your sets, like you're always on fire, always hyped up. I have a problem with DJs, and I've seen this on it's a bad way to start the conversation. So I have a problem with DJs. The DJs that I've seen someone on the YouTube, you play music and they're just like literally standing, they're just like pushing buttons. The body's not moving at all. But like when I see your sets, I'm like, you're in it. Like I'm part of this. Like there's no way you expect the crowd to get to your frequency when you're just standing like that. And when I see a DJ do that, I don't even get motivated.
Yeah, I always say that for me, when I'm playing music, I feel like I'm flying.
Yeah.
I know, it's just like I'm no longer here. Like I'm just somewhere, I don't know, like in the clouds, I love music. I love playing music. I love, seeing people just happy and dancing.
Mm-hmm.
It really brings joy to my heart.
I think I've said this before. People who have followed me on my podcast, when I was around age 12, I wanted to be a DJ. Like that was my dream. Like even when I was in school and they were asking us, what do you want to be? My other friends would be like, I want to be a pilot. I want to be a doctor. Me, I wanted to be a DJ. I wanted to be a
What
DJ.
happened? What happened?
Like even throughout my high school, I got the virtual DJ thing on the computer, and I would always make mixtapes in my bedroom, and I still love music to date, and I still love DJing. No, I don't. Not by me, but like I love watching other DJs. If you go on my YouTube, it's set after set after set, like just watching DJs and how they do the transitions and all that. I love it. But what happened was I changed the dream. So I ended up getting into aviation, and because I started getting fascinated about airplanes. So I got into aviation and I started doing that. So that's what I do. But I still love music today.
So you fly planes?
So I fly and I fix planes. That's what I do here.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I do. That's the
I
career
like
that
that. I like
brought me
that.
here. I work for a company in the US called Signature Aviation, and we work on private jets and all that stuff. So that's what I do, but I still love music on the side to that.
So how do you get now to start a podcast?
Well, you host me on your podcast and you ask me that. Today I'm gonna ask you. No,
because I'm curious.
so actually
like, from
that story right there.
DJing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that story right there is after I achieved. So there's not a lot of people in Uganda or in Africa or like get to do their dream job. Like when I was younger,
Mm.
I was passionate about airplanes and I wanted to do that. And when that happened, I was like, this is not a story I can sit onto. Let me share it with the world so I can inspire another child who wants to do something. I grew up in Uganda, a poor village in Wakiso. I'd never seen any airplane. To be honest with you, I didn't get on an airplane till I was flying for the first time to the US, and I was 21 years old. The only planes I had seen are the ones like on Aero Beach. You know that plane that's in is it Aero Beach? The old Uganda airline plane that's sitting there, or those ones that you would see when you're going to Entebbe. But achieving that's actually started this podcast, and then I wanted to bring other people to come and share their stories on their journey and to get to inspire others. But that story of mine kickstarted this podcast, and that's how I started this podcast.
Wow. Beautiful.
Now we get to hear stories from other people like DJ Alisha, which a lot of people might not think. So when we're growing up, be like, you can't tell your parent you're going to be a DJ. Like that's a no.
No
Like,
way.
we're not paying school. Like you go to be a DJ.
Mm.
But that brings me to your question too, back to you. What first drew you into DJing in the music world?
Okay, so I have always loved being okay, let me say being active, like active dancing. I used to do a lot of dancing in school, and I loved music from like a young age, and I just never knew what I can do with that because I was not gonna be an artist. My voice sucked. So I'm like, one way or the other, we're gonna make this shit work. When I went to high school, and my love for music continued to grow, and I had my brother, my half brother. He was like a rapper, like those kids who are trying to rap around town, like, at school they're rapping and all that. So he used to like be playing music at home all the time, and he had a friend who was like a DJ, who is like DJ and all that. So we could go to the neighbors, and I'm like, I think I can actually, try and do this. I think it's fun. So then I started practicing there. And the next thing, I came to Uganda, and that's when it all started, like that's when I kickstarted my career DJing. But it all started back home.
When you said back home, back in Kigali?
Yeah, back in Kigali.
Yeah, that's dope.
I mean, Kampala is my home, guys.
I need to clarify here.
I'm not leaving again.
Yeah, we can't let you leave again. What would you say your style is like? I think DJ can play anywhere, any. But what do you think your style? I don't know if that's a question in DJing. Your style. Do DJs have? It's not like musicians have genres. Like, oh, I do Afro hip hop. I do this. How about in DJing? Like, what's your style?
Okay, so I am versatile. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love listening to all sorts of music. So for me, I didn't want to box myself in a certain genre because I enjoy hip hop. I enjoy reggae music. I enjoy dancehall. I enjoy Afrobeats. I enjoy piano.
I'm a
I enjoy
piano.
R&B. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going. I'm going to do me at the end of the day. So I think it's just a matter of like knowing when to bring out what side at any given time.
Or what the client wants. If somebody hires you for a gig, they want this style, so you switch to what they ask. Is that a thing too?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm.
You remind me of one of my good friends, actually. I'm calling good friends, social media friends. She's a DJ. She's called DJ BB Bad. Shout out to DJ BB Bad. She's from the Caribbean. She lives in Los Angeles now.
Mm.
I've had her on the podcast twice, and she's always like
Yeah.
commenting and supporting. She's my one celebrity friend that I know. Is like, oh my god, this DJ. But walking through her journey and talking about playing music at the Caribbean, it's her story is just amazing. So I got fascinated with talking to DJs and asking them about their life, because most people see you guys on the decks and they don't know what other side of life that you have. And especially this is a problem in Uganda. We get locked into seeing you behind the decks and we forget that you have a life behind the decks, even with artists. And that's what other
Yeah.
people see. They see me on the podcast as this guy does podcasts every day, every day, every day. But I'm a full-time job, like aircraft mechanic, like on Monday through Friday. I'm working on airplanes, and then on Saturdays I'll do a podcast. So this is why we bring this conversation for people to just get to know the other side of you.
Mm.
What is the most unforgettable moment you've experienced while performing?
Damn. Okay. There are many, but let me see.
Just so you know, to help you out, I think I have 3 of mine that I have here that I'm going to talk to you about. And I want to see if mine
Tell
shows up.
me.
No. I'm going to first hear yours,
I
and
have
then I
to
see if mine
first.
yeah.
Okay.
Give me
so
3
I've
actually.
had very many. Oh my God. But this is crazy. I have been blessed to have very many.
Just give me your 3 like you remember, like these ones stand out.
3. Okay. There was a time when, let's just say first, that was Blankets and Wine.
Mhm,
The first Blankets and Wine after lockdown.
mhm.
I think that was like my biggest like stage to be on, you know. Since I started DJing, it was so crazy. I was like, woo!
Was that, you said that was your first like big performance?
Yeah, like big stage. So my first big stage was when Ruga came to Kampala. But now this one was Blankets and Wine. It was like, the energy was so crazy.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I remember coming off stage and I was like shaking and I'm like, did I just do that? You know? And I think that was the first time I was so excited. Like it felt unreal, you know? And then what else? What else was there? I did have a show as well in Juba, South Sudan. At the same time, Ruga was doing a headline show as well. And I was like one of the headlining DJs. And, you know, like it was like a lot of people and seeing myself there.
Yeah.
And honestly, it felt so like unreal. I was like, okay, is this me? This is not even in Kampala. This is like out of town, baby, out of the country. And I'm killing it. So that was also one other moment. And another moment was when I was performing at Logogo. I remember, may his soul rest in peace, Costa Teach was, you know, one of the headlining acts. Yeah, I would say those 3 moments top it up for me. Yeah.
So on my list, I have top 3. I think this was Lugogo too. When was that? When you talk about Finn, was this when you talk about the guy that died? Is that when you performed Finn?
No.
No, or was it different?
That was Club Dome. I think that was Club Dome.
So this is where I was gonna bring Finn in. When you performed the song Finn, the crowd went crazy. You went crazy. The people on the stage went crazy.
This was recently, right?
Yeah. This was recently.
Yes.
The jerseys of Bolton. That was sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I said I was sick because I love Trevor Scott. But like, so that music, it was just if I was like putting myself in the moment, like this is something I would vibe to. Like I would lose my mind if I was in this environment right now. So
Yeah.
that was dope for me.
Mm.
The other one was Kinsey. Then it's Kinsey when Kizzy Daniels came to Uganda. Is it Kizzy Daniels UG?
Kiss Daniel. Yeah,
Kiss
Kiss
Daniel, yeah.
Daniel. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was a
Mm.
fire. That was a fire performance. That was really
Yeah.
good.
It was a great show.
It was a
Thank
great
you.
show. So that one stood out. And then the other one was the show at Nyege Nyege. I'm surprised you didn't do Nyege Nyege. You shut down
Actually,
Nyege Nyege.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes. Listen, number 4. Number 4 now. Because what do you mean? Oh, Nyege Nyege was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Yeah, I've done Nyege Nyege. Is it 2 times now? 2 times? 3 times? 2 times, I think. Yeah. It's always a good time.
And like I'm talking because I've never been to any of your sets, but just even watching it on Instagram, on YouTube, like it's sick. Like Nyege Nyege was a showdown, shut down. I think there was even some part where it rained and people were still dancing, and it was just crazy.
Yes.
So those ones really stand out for me. And what? So now that I get an opportunity to talk to you, like what it goes in your head when you're mixing the music and just seeing people in the crowd going crazy? Like what's going on in your head?
That's why I told you earlier that personally I be in the clouds,
Okay.
right? Like I feel like I don't know, I feel so alive. I feel so powerful. And just seeing people dancing and like, singing their lungs out, it just brings joy to my heart. And that's I truly feel like I am I'm being seen,
Mhm.
I'm being seen in a way that only I can understand.
Right.
So it makes me so happy. You have no idea. Like,
Mhm.
I remember when I started DJing, people would be like, "Oh my God, girl, you can't just be playing." And I was like, listen, I can play for free,
Mhm. Mhm.
because this is my gift to the world, and I feel like I want to share it as often as I can.
And that is good. I like
Yeah.
when people have that mindset, because I've been blessed to have this platform to share stories to the people and to do everything. And this is my gift to the people. This is my gift to another child
Yeah.
out there. Like bring this information out, because you know how we grew up in Africa too. Like we talked about this. DJing wasn't a career. You can't tell somebody I'm gonna be a DJ. Like that's not a career. Like you have to do this. But
Mm.
doctor, those professional white collar jobs. But a kid listening who has a dream to be a DJ can get inspired from your own like journey and how you've been able to achieve from that. So this is a gift to give back to the world, to listen to these inspirations and to hear these stories. So I've asked you about the memorable place. What's your worst experience as a DJ? What has been your like share with us one worst moment? You don't have to share details if you fear to embarrass a client or some. You just tell us your worst experience.
Honestly, if I'm being honest, I've not had worst moments. I mean, depending on what you call worst anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe challenges, yes, but worst moments, I don't see as that. And I'm not saying that everything has gone perfectly or it's been all good, but I feel like every challenge I have found, I've used it to grow either or to just, understand the type of work I'm doing, at the deeper level. But I've not had any worst moments whatsoever. Yeah, I've had challenges, but no worst moments really.
So there's no such a thing as like days where, because I played soccer, I played football in college, high school, and there's some off nights where the things are not going, like you're just not in there, like mentally.
Yes, yes.
It's like it's not vibing. Like even podcasts, like there's some times where you do it and you're like you're not yourself. Like, do you have those days, and how does that affect your sets? You're like, I mean, I don't like the way I played this. I don't like you're not in the moment.
Of course, it has happened to me sometimes, but you see, that's the thing. The job we do,
Yeah.
whether you're not feeling it, whether you're not in the mood,
You gotta
bro, you
show
gotta
up.
get on there and you gotta put on a show, you know? You have to entertain people. And I feel like there's always those days, because we are human beings. You can't be 100 all the
Mhm.
time. There are gonna be days where you feel like, honestly, you don't want to do it, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for me, I think that's why I say, like, when you love what you do, it's already in you,
Mhm.
and whether you feel like it or not, I feel like there's always that game on face, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
game on, let's do this. And obviously sometimes I have felt like I've not had a great set. I literally be telling my PA, and I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? I don't feel like I'm, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And because I'm an overthinker too, right?
Right.
So
Okay.
sometimes I even overthink the whole thing. But every time I see people having fun, I'm like, you know what? However much I'm feeling, as long as people are having a great time, and yeah.
I like the word you said, like as long as you love something you do, you're always gonna show up. And that's the
Yeah.
thing I tell people about this podcast. Like there are times where you'll be like, "Oh, I don't want to do it. But then because of that love that you have for it, it keeps you like motivated to show up again. Go do this, go do it, go do
Yeah.
it. So you have to have the passion to drive you and help you like go through that to be able to perform and present. Is there like a routine
Mm.
that you go through before a set? Is that something you do like every time before you go for a set?
Yeah. I'd be looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, you're the baddest bitch on the planet. Gonna kill it.
Of course you do.
Yeah, because who gonna stop you? Nobody.
Nobody.
So I think I just be having self-talks, really. Those really help me, just talking to myself. So if you see me behind, like, backstage talking to myself, don't worry, I'm not crazy. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
And so yeah, I would say, like, just, and I have like some songs that I be listening to, just to get myself in the vibe.
can give me one song that you listen to like to hype you up?
What songs? Okay, they vary. Like, I have different kind of. It depends, really. But I love me some Afrobeats when I'm
Okay.
getting ready. I love some like really cute R&B. And yeah, some trap, hip hop
Yeah.
jams like that. Yeah, honestly, it depends. Sometimes I can be playing dancehall. Sometimes I can be doing R&B. Like, I think it just depends on what I'm feeling in that moment. Yeah.
It's funny because even me when when I usually have a long time to set up for the podcast, I come down here, put on some music, and while I'm setting up, I'm listening to music. And like this is a ritual that I do almost all podcasts. Today I did not do it because of some reasons.
Yeah, because
but
you was sleeping.
but like when I'm hosting an artist, like I'll be blasting their music. The artist that I'm hosting, I'll be listening to their music. I do that throughout the week before heading to the interview because I want to be in their frequency. I want to be locked in, like in their
Yeah.
music. And while I'm setting up, I'm playing their music. So I do that too. Music is a huge part of my life. People who listen to this podcast again, they know I always say music is like
Yeah.
90% of my life. If there's one thing you can take away from my life, don't take my music, please. Like,
Right?
just leave my
Don't
music.
do it.
Like, you can even take my phone. As long as there's another way I'm going to listen to music. You can take the phone, you can take everything, but leave the music. Like, music has helped me through a lot. Like, I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing, but when I'm sad, I listen to music. When I'm happy, I listen to music. How about for you? Like, if somebody would take out one, like, I don't even know how to ask you. Like, what's one thing that you'd say, please, in everything that you're taking, please don't touch that?
Okay. Of course, music. Yeah,
Music is something like even songs of like Bob Marley. There's a way they hit different. Like it's crazy. People who don't love music, I don't know.
Music is spiritual.
Mhm.
I believe. Yeah.
Listening to you talk about how you got into DJing, how you love DJing. Recently, you decided to take a step back from the decks. What led to that decision? So you take a pause.
Okay. Truly, the reason why I took a break was to refocus on myself. Um, Nightlife and okay, let me just say the entertainment scene is not for the faint-hearted. By the way,
That's true.
all of you guys wanna be DJs and artists. So I think, sometimes it's very easy to get lost in the busyness of it all. The crazy nights, the crazy crowds, the whole ambience of it all. And I feel like I was so drained. I was so drained. I just needed to take a step back to reconnect with myself, because it started feeling like I was doing everything on autopilot. And I needed to figure out my why again, Yeah. And I know to some people it might feel like, oh no, you can't take a step back because, people are gonna miss you, or this, that. But I feel like sometimes you gotta do what's best for you, even when nobody understands why you're doing what you're doing. Yeah. So for me, I took a step back to realign with myself and reconnect with myself.
You touched on it actually, like, oh, people will be like, don't take a step back. Was there any fear of losing momentum when you stepped away? Did you feel like complete at peace with that decision, or were you skeptical about losing momentum on how far you had gone?
Honestly, I knew exactly that that's what I needed to do for myself in that moment. Did I have like doubts, when after a few months? Of course I did, just like any other person, because this was my life. This was the way I lived for a couple of years. So stepping back and now living differently or doing things differently, it could sting, because
Yeah.
everyone has already identified you into that space. And now it's like, what is she doing? What happened? And people, you know how social media be. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone is, has a way to saying things. But to me, I knew why I was doing what I was doing. And it seemed like a very fair price to pay.
You touched on social media. Do you ever read comments on your poster you put up on Instagram?
I had to admit it.
Yeah.
But I do. Honestly, I feel like, guys, it's so hard to pass by someone talking about you or a blog, and come on. Like, if you do it, you just pass by it. Listen, I commend you. Please teach me some of your ways. But I read,
I was gonna ask you first, like, how do you deal with some of those feedbacks while you're focusing on yourself and you see something negative or somebody? How do you deal it? Before I tell you how I deal with mine.
Okay. I think it brings me back to what I just told you. Like, I knew why I was doing what I was doing. And I knew that people are gonna talk, like that was something I already knew that was gonna happen. And I cannot lie and say sometimes you don't see things and they, scathe you a little bit. Because we're human beings, we have feelings at the end of the day. And some people on these apps are very mean.
They are very mean.
Very, very, they're very mean. So for me, it always came back to that knowing of who I am. Who are you? And just because someone has a perception of me does not make it my reality. So for me, I always say, you know what? I've seen it. Is it good to look at? Of course, no. No one wants to see themselves being bashed and being misunderstood and all that. But at the end of the day, I also knew that you can't control people. You can't control things outside of yourself. The only thing I had control was my attitude and just understanding that this is not even about me, because this is not who I am. And just leaving it where I saw it and just continuing with my life.
I've always said this on the podcast with different people, and whether you're doing something nice, whether you're doing something bad, people are always going to have something to say about it. You could do a
Yep.
whole episode talking about empowering people, empowering this. Like my podcast, I don't talk negatively about people. I talk about things that I disagree with, maybe in a nicer way. I was like, oh, I
Mm.
wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do this. I would do this. Never in one day I've attacked somebody. And that's not my intention. I don't see any benefit in that. But even when you're doing
Mm.
that, there's always people that are going to find something to complain about, something to write about on the internet, and something bad to write to you about. And at the beginning, it used to affect me a lot. I used to take people's words like to heart. But
Mm.
when you in the creating content or when you're on these platforms, you need to know that you can't really control how people think about you, what they say about you. You get what you got to do. And you say this. What you have to do is to control how you allow those things to make you feel. And
Yes.
like right now, how I deal with some of these funny people who comment and stuff, I use what you just said and I just rephrase it to make you look stupid, even with what you just said, in the way of like,
Mm.
I'm not abusing you or anything, but just using what you just said, refrain it a little, and you read it like,
Mm.
oh, this person has done this to me. It's like, and even like other people will find it funny. You'll go there and you see like your response had like people likes it or whatever, which I don't really care much about that. But and then some of the other
Yeah.
ones I read, I continue in my life. And if somebody is just trying to be like fully 100% offensive, I have the right to delete any comment I don't like on my posts. I see it, I don't
Exactly.
like it,
And block
send
you,
it.
duh.
Exactly.
Who are you
It's my
talking
page.
to?
So here's my page. You just can't come here and just bring your nonsense
Yeah,
on here.
I know.
As much as we like following, we like people, I still leave room for, I'd rather have 10 people that respect my view. And this doesn't mean I don't listen
Mm.
to different views and different perspectives. You can bring that, but in a nicer way. You can't just come on my page, offend me in the name of, oh, this is my opinion or this is my view. You can rephrase that in a
Yeah.
nicer way, and your communication or your point will put across, and I'll respond back in a nicer way. But people don't know that, and you just have to teach yourself, and you focus on yourself, on how you deal with those negativity and what people say. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
those things have broken a lot of people and killed a lot of talent. So I'm glad to hear that you have a way to deal with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But also, I feel like at the end of the day, you have to understand that this is social media. These are not people that they don't know you. They don't know you. So they have no regard for you.
Right.
And I always say there's no single person who is happy, content, fulfilled in their life that is going to be out here spreading all these hurtful comments and really, helpful opinions to anybody. So that's why I always say it's it's never about you most of the times. People are just projecting their own insecurities, their own confusion, their own pain onto you. So it's very important to always know who you are and don't let nobody tell you who you are at the end of the day. Yeah.
And a lot of people like to use to, I don't even know how to say it nicely, but like when you believe in God, like I've talked a lot on this podcast how yes, I love God, I believe in God, and I don't shy away from saying that. But there are people
Mm.
that fellow believers that like to take that upon you, and you're like, hey, go assistant Katonda, are you God's assistant, or why you God's secretary, or what?
Mm.
Like, you just leave him to judge me, or leave him to make his judgment upon my life.
Mm.
If God wanted us to live other people's lives, he would have made our lives the same, but we all have different lives.
Right?
We all have different journeys. So you have yours, I have mine. The best you can do, if you think I'm not living right or I'm not living according to what you want me to live according, you can pray or you can do whatever you want. But like everybody has
Mm.
their own lives and their own journey, and we all go through different things. So like I like to remind people, and people the people I have a problem with people who want you to live their life or want you to live the way they live, but we're all different and we're not
Mm.
all gonna live like that. So it's a reminder for people to be mindful and just remember that we all have different lives. You have your life, I have mine, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But in the season of pausing and refocusing and reconnecting with God and like learning much about yourself? What did it teach about you? What did you find out about yourself?
I would say that I was in a season of like a lot of unlearning mostly. I feel like sometimes the identity that we have of ourselves or how we see ourselves is how we move into the world, you know. And I think that to me, it was more about remembering who I truly am, at my core, like what makes me tick, you know, what what kind of person do I want to be in the world, and what kind of impact or legacy do I want to leave behind. So I would say one of the things I learned about myself was how amazing I am.
Exactly.
Like truly, like I feel I'm so hard on myself. I
Mhm.
mean, doing
Me
better
too.
now.
Me too. I think.
I'm learning to do better.
Mhm.
I was this kind of person who I would tear myself down. And I always say that this all comes on, the way we were raised, how we were brought up. And, I always say that the kids we turn out to be those same adults
Mhm.
at the end of the day,
Mhm.
So I think for me, it was just remembering that little girl in
Yeah.
me, nurturing her and giving her everything that she did not receive at that time. Because I think even moreover, she was always screaming to be seen, It's like, hi, I know you're moving through the world and all that, but I'm still here. You've not healed me. So I think healing, I've found healing, and I can't say I've healed 100%, because I think healing is a journey. It's not a destination.
It's facts.
I feel so more in tune with myself than I was before I took the break. I think I was just going through life, emotions, get up, expectations, deadlines, dreams, achievements. And then I forgot to tend to my heart,
To breathe.
you know,
Yeah.
and to breathe and to just exactly. So that's it. I was like,
That's it. Yeah.
yes, girl. Yes. Yes.
I can relate to you in a lot of ways. Being like having a 9 to 5, which my job is a beautiful job. Like it's my dream. It's my dream job. Like I'm doing my dream job. So I work there every day.
Yeah.
I have a podcast, and then you have life. Sometimes you get overwhelmed. Like even with this podcast, I know people comment, "Oh my gosh, your consistency! Oh my gosh, you're doing this! Oh my gosh!" But inside me, like I know what I go through. Like the days where you feel like, "Oh my god, I don't listen." Like I'm pushing myself so hard. Like I was, like you said, you were hard on
Mm.
yourself. Sometimes I feel I'm hard on
Yeah.
myself. I don't give myself the time to pause. And even with that, there was a lot of other things outside that were affecting me as a person. One of the
Mm.
things was pleasing people. I'm the one person who likes
People
to be,
pleasing.
yeah, I like to be liked by people, and I like not to affect other
Mm.
people. I would
Mm.
kill myself to make another person happy. Like I would take it in, then I can see a smile on that person's face. And to me, I thought I was being a nice guy, being somebody nice, as long as other people are happy. And it took a toll on me a lot. So this year, I was like, you know
Mm.
what? I'm gonna stand up for myself. And I took one of those silent breaks and just I don't entertain disrespect. I don't entertain people that I used to sacrifice myself for. Like I'd never cut out any friend in my life
Mm.
because I always like, even if somebody affected me, I'd be like, oh, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I did this wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe I can do something to save this relationship or like save this friendship. And I'll take it all
Mm.
in. I'll take all the things in, and then for the sake of the relationship. But this year I made a decision. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna stand up for me. I'm not taking any disrespect. And I've already, not that I'm proud about it, but like I've lost 5 of my friends. We don't talk at all. We don't talk. And
Mm.
I'm okay with it. I'm
Yeah.
happy. Life goes on.
Mm.
And as long as they
Mm.
have peace, I have peace. I have peace. I've never been this free in my life. Like we just continue to
Yeah.
focus on the things that benefit me and bring, like, how can I grow my podcast? How can I be better at my job? Those things, like sometimes that sadness takes away from us and takes like our happiness, our joy, and the to think. You get to a point where you can't even think of something creative because your mind is clouded with the anger or the things you've put. You're like, it's so full, like you don't have room to be creative anymore. And ever since I did that, cleanse out my brain and created space, right now I can think, oh, what can I do better? And it's I'm like, what's the word? Blossoming flowers.
You're
Yeah.
blossoming.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
it's like I'm like, I'm happy. I'm doing this. I'm doing this, and you're seeing like your creativity. You're being happy. I used to be sad about losing friends, but now you know what? I'm okay. I'm good. I'm happy.
Adios.
Adios, amigos.
No, but seriously though, when you say people pleasing, I can definitely 100% relate. You know, and that's what I'm saying. It also goes back to, you know, how we were raised, you know, and growing up when you want to impress, you want to impress all the time, you turn into this performative adult. Because, you know, I can say for me, for example, growing up, it felt like I had to earn praise, you know. You know, when you say, you know, you gotta be a very good kid, get straight A's in school, you know, be this disciplined, you know, this perfect. I wanted to be perfect. I wanted to say the right word at the right time. And I'm this kind of person, I could even beat myself up after, oh my God, I should have said this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I should have done this. You know, I should have handled this situation in this way. But then I feel like every time we are performative, we're not present. We are putting other people's feelings before our own.
Facts.
I read somewhere that people pleasing is self-abandonment.
Point.
You know, because you already thinking about the other person. How are they gonna feel? You know, and you miss out on even being authentic because you're trying to impress. So when you say that, I feel like I'm proud of you, because that is a very good way to, you know, to reclaim your freedom as a person and actually show up authentically without having to maintain an image or bury things underneath to make other people comfortable.
You're returning back to the scene with a fresh and renewed sense of purpose. How different is DJ Alisha now before? I mean, you've already talked about that, but like in part of the comebacks, you mentioned like you're creating a fresh set for your official comeback. Can you give us a teaser of what to expect?
So I've been working on, you know, my debut that I'm gonna be releasing very soon, like, you know, comeback. And I can't wait for you guys to see it. Honestly, right now I can't share a lot, but make sure y'all follow me on my social media pages, because we're coming in hot.
You gotta give us
Coming in
some.
hot.
You gotta give us some, because you refuse to tell us about the first one. Now the second one, and like, you gotta give us something.
Yeah, I gotta keep the anticipation going
is
on.
true.
How else you guys gonna follow me? Go and follow me, and you're gonna see whatever I'm up to. But I promise you, there's a lot in store, you know, and you guys are gonna see a side of me that I've not seen before. Because I think most people just know the name, you know, they don't necessarily know the soul behind the name.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm excited to really like reconnect with my audience and, you know, make new memories and experiences.
What are the emotions now? Because remember, I asked you a question of like, you had fear of losing momentum when you took that pose. What are the emotions now? How do you feel coming back on stage after this period of break?
I can say a little nervous.
Yeah.
A little nervous, you know, because it feels like I feel brand new, not gonna lie. I feel brand new and, you know, still trying to find my niche now.
Yeah.
You know, because what worked before won't work now anyway. So I'm just getting more comfortable again with the dicks, you know, and yeah.
For the fans who have been waiting for this comeback, I'm sure there's people. I'm one of them. If there's zero, yeah, at least you got me. Fans who have been waiting to
Yeah.
see how like you come
Yeah,
back.
there's many.
What can you tell them, and how do you think these fans can best support you on this journey that we got Alicia back, and Alicia is back on stake on stage?
First of all, thank you to everybody who supports me every day, my followers, on all social media platforms. I really love you guys so much. I'm gonna figure out a name to call us. My diehards.
Die Hard,
Because you guys, yeah. And I've seen a lot of like positive feedback. Everybody's just like, oh my God, we missed you. And I missed you guys. I missed you so much. And I'm so excited to be back.
Yeah.
Really. And all I can say is, y'all, don't touch the button.
Mm-hmm.
Don't drop the mic. Just go ahead and camp on my pages. And very soon, I have a lot of things in store for you guys.
Yeah, I know I asked you about an artist that you would want to collaborate with. Is there like a DJ? I know DJing is a collaboration, like you can collaborate with other DJs. Is there a DJ
Yeah.
that you'd love to collaborate with or play on in this next chapter? I got glasses too.
Right?
Ah.
Oh my days. Who? Diplo.
Diplo. All right. Okay. I mean, I love music. So no matter what, I'm always tuned in with music, and I've had a lot of DJs actually on this podcast, quite a few. It's been amazing to just
Yeah.
listen to your guys' journey. If you could leave a message to everyone listening today, whether they support you, whether they don't support you, whether they like you, whether they hate you, what would it be?
If I could leave a message to anybody listening or watching me right now, would be, don't be scared to take time to focus on yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Dare to be yourself. And believe in yourself. Trust the process. And always believe that great things are going to happen for you. And don't let nobody tell you who you are or who you're not. Figure that out for yourself. And laugh as often as you can. You know,
Yeah.
I laugh when I'm happy. I laugh when I'm sad. And and just be free and live life. We're not here for a long time.
Mhm.
Don't waste your days on things that don't matter. Really. Yeah.
In my head, whenever, like, when you finished it, that beat just came in my head. Ta-da-da-da-da-da. Get it sexy. Like,
Bow. Who?
I like that. She's
Actually,
crazy.
that song is also one of my like get ready songs because
I like it.
I gotta make sure that
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy Ready is crazy.
Yeah.
She's. Have you listened to Justin Bieber's new album, Swag?
I haven't listened to like the whole songs, but
Have you listened to
I've
that
listened to some
song
songs.
of where he did with Sexy Red? What's the title of the song? She went crazy on that song. I'm not even a fan of Sexy Red, but
she ate on that song.
so the album, Justin Bieber's part and her part were different. It's like a love song, but then she went in with her nasty head, like you know how she is. Like she just went into it with that. She gave it a vibe. It's growing
I'm
on
gonna
me.
check it out. I'm gonna check it out after.
It's growing on me, but like she's funny. Let me see. Sweet Spot. That's the title of the song. Justin Bieber and Sexy Red. It's good. You should check it out. One question I gotta ask you though. You gotta tell me this one.
Okay.
It goes back to the hint you dropped at the beginning about you having a child. Biological or not biological?
Biological.
That's all I got. Takes us to our last segment. I'm not asking no questions.
That is enough.
That was enough, yeah. We end this podcast with another fun segment called This or That. It's similar to
Okay.
rapid fire.
But take it easy this time.
I'm gonna take it. This time. Last time was easy. Like you're the first person who has said my rapid fire was hard. This one is easy, super easy. Feel free to
Okay,
explain
let's
and feel
do it.
free to say
Mm,
that's my
not
answer.
to.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not. Or feel free to just say I'm not explaining that, and I'll be okay with that because those are the rules. I
Okay.
can't change them on you. I'll be a terrible person if I do.
Okay.
Club set or festival set?
Festival set.
You want to explain that? Why not club set?
No.
Afrobeat or my piano?
Afrobeats.
Want to explain that? Why Afrobeat not my piano?
Afrobeats is I love Afrobeats. Come on, like
I'm a piano.
if you
as well,
tell
like
me to
it's-
choose Afrobeats and I'm a piano, I'm gonna choose Afrobeats. Always. Yeah.
sunrise set or late night set? Like this is a set for when you're playing, like a sunrise set. Yeah.
Sunrise, baby. Yeah. Sunrise. Yeah. Mm.
Vinyl decks or digital controllers?
Of course, digital controllers. Duh, I'm a Gen Z. Hello.
Hype crowd energy or intimate soulful vibe?
Um,
I knew that one was gonna get you.
hyped crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I think it also depends on the. I mean, this is for me as a listener, as a consumer. Like it depends on the vibe. Like sometimes I want those hip hop, like jump around, like loud, and then sometimes I want because I go on YouTube and look up those R&B classic mix, and some dude is just sitting in their living
Yeah.
room and just doing that. That's pretty cool. But have you thought about do you already do that where like you have YouTube videos that you put up on YouTube?
Yes, I already have like a couple of videos on YouTube. That is like one of the things I'm also like really putting more energy to put more content on there. And I'm gonna be like hosting, some people, some of my fans. You guys, I'm gonna like be inviting some of you to come and, see me curate the mix and all that. So yeah, YouTube is one of, the spaces where I'm, I want
Invite
to
me to. I'm
put
your
more
fan.
energy. I thought I was gonna see you today. And here I'm looking at you in the screen. Please.
I had to pay
Where's
you
my-
back in one
Yeah,
way
no,
or the
no, no,
other.
no, no,
I had to
no.
pay you back after waiting
Yeah.
for 2, 5 years, 10 years. It feels like 10 years to get you. So I was like, yeah,
You know what they say about the best things?
what did I say?
They take time, baby.
They do take time, baby. Alicia, it
take
was
time.
amazing to just sit down to just
Yeah.
have a conversation with you. It's beautiful. It's energetic, inspiring, and just to listen to the other side of when you're not in a DJ. And like I said in the beginning, like sometimes we get locked in knowing you behind the decks, and we don't really get time to know
Mm.
you. And I feel like podcasts, and if they're done right, you get to learn the person's life, and you give them different respect. And because there's a lot of judgments in Uganda, and people judge because they don't know.
Mm.
But when you bring these guests
Yeah.
and they talk about their lives, you get some different respect about those people. And I hope the
So what have you
listeners,
learned about me today?
you're humble and you are, I don't know if I can say that word on here, badass. Yeah, badass, humble, but
Like,
yeah,
yeah. Oh, and I'm a mother. You didn't know that. You didn't know that.
I didn't know that one got me off guard. Like even with all the research that I made
Exactly. Like I kept this surprise specifically for you.
for the podcast, my listeners, that's what we do on the Ugandan Boy Talk Show.
Yeah.
Now they go.
Yeah. Mhm.
But you did us dirty. You should explain that for us. Just please. Let's do it. I know you want to.
They should tune in next time.
We should do next time. I got final three. Final three, you can answer with a one-line answer to. This is a question I ask everybody that comes on the podcast. What's a life lesson you've learned in life to this point?
I have learned many lessons. You know what they say, life is the best teacher.
That's true.
One thing I'd say that I have learned, one lesson I've learned is to listen to myself
Mhm.
and trust myself. And I think that happens when you know yourself. So the more I know myself, the more I trust myself. And the more I trust myself, the more I listen to myself, So I think the biggest lesson I've learned so far is to quiet all the other
The
noises
noise, yeah.
and listen to the spirit. Yeah, you told me to answer with one
Yeah, no,
lie,
that
but I'm
was
sorry.
perfect. Because I mean
Yeah.
that covers up for all the other parts where you say that's my answer, I can't explain. So that will cover up for all the other ones.
Yeah.
So you decided to give us more when we need one. The things Alicia does.
Yeah.
That's herself. What gets you excited about life?
Seeing myself become the woman that I've always known that I could be. And that is still an ongoing journey, but it gets me excited to just see how far I've come and how far I'm going to go.
That's a good one. Alicia, the final question. This is the signature question for the podcast.
Okay.
Who would you like to see on this podcast next as a guest? And you will help me to get this person here on the podcast.
Yeah. I can't see clearly.
What the hell?
I can't see clearly. Who? Oh my days.
You can recommend
Let me
yourself
see.
if you want to come back again too, but
I'll leave that to your listeners.
for yourself, right? Not for the
Yes.
guest. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're ready for your guest.
But this is a crazy question though. Cause who?
We got time.
Come on, why are you doing this to me? Cause who? You should
You
have
know a lot
you
of
should have
people.
told me.
Mm-mm.
I come prepared.
No, you know a lot of people. Just pick one, just random name. It's like I'm throwing you under the bus. Somebody you've not seen on the podcast that you think would be great to come here.
So I know a lot of people. I don't know.
So I can even sing for you a song while you think.
Now you're gonna confuse me. I'm thinking. Who?
Be another DJ.
I thought you've had a lot of DJs on.
I did
already.
have a lot of DJs, but not all the DJs. So there could be some others that I don't know that you know.
Honestly,
that's a question you've taken the long time to answer. Actually, that's a long answer.
I'm
you've
telling
given.
you.
Promise on the podcast that you'll send me a text, tell me, okay, I've thought about somebody. This is the person.
Exactly. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
Pinky promise. The podcast. Everybody's watching you.
Pinky.
Let's get it. That's a wrap. Thank you very much, DJ Alisha. It was amazing to sit down, talk to you. Before I turn off the cameras and everything, is there anything that I did not ask you that you would love to tell the listeners or everybody? Something you might have forgotten? If there isn't, we're good to go. And maybe you guys will vote for her to come back on the podcast. I know you're going to say yes. Mine is a yes. How about you? We only need 3 yeses. It's just like the voice. Mine is a yes. We got 2 more yeses and she'll be back.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so before I leave, I think it's not a question you would have asked, but I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I loved today's conversation. You're amazing. I'm proud of the work you're doing, and let's bring as many people as we can to the pod.
We could start with the one you recommend.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm cooking. Don't worry. Let me cook. But thank you guys for listening. And I love you guys. I love everybody who supports me. Even those who don't support me. You guys will support me soon, I know. So thank you so much and stay blessed.
It's a wrap. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm like, hey there, my name is Bonnie Chibuka, the podcast host of the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. Thanks for watching and listening to my podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Also, leave a feedback on this podcast because that's how we grow. Thank you very much and be blessed.
Hey, you guys, this is your girl, DJ Alisha the doll in the party. And today I have been hosted on the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. And we've talked about my DJ journey. We've talked about my personal life. We've talked about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I'm so excited for you guys to see what we've talked about today. Make sure you subscribe on his YouTube channel, Instagram, to not miss this episode. Mwah.
Poo, 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 poo. Thank you. That
Yeah.
was it. He's gonna take some pictures and then
Okay.
and we use those too. Alicia,
At
once
least
again,
I'll see you soon.
I'm gonna be in Uganda. I'll hit you up when I'm there. I'll see you soon again. You didn't even
Are
remember
you
that.
doing
Oh,
December?
I'm not sure, but I'll tell you. As he's taking pictures, I'm gonna look for that picture so I can show you in the
Okay.
thing.